Jason, your uncle was looking for you. He wanted to know when you plan to give last rites to Alcime.
If I send her spirit to the underworld, I'll never get her back.
Get her back? How?
I don't know how. I don't have the answers yet, but there must be a way.
I wish I had the answers to give you. But perhaps I know someone who could. Someone whose business is answers. The Oracle at Delphi.
Delphi?
If anyone would know, it would be her.
Yes, the Oracle. Master Argos finishes a great ship as we speak. It will serve.
Delphi's not easily found, it's said. Does he know the way?
I don't know, but I aim to find out. Come, we'll ask him ourselves.
Oh, remember, your uncle is ahead in the courtyard. He wanted to speak with you.
Warden, sir, I'm so sorry.
Thank you. I'll leave you to your work.
Sir, we'll have this garden looking better than ever. I promise you.
She
Carry
should
on.
be buried here, in the ancestral crypts of Elpis. But they technically weren't. King Jason, how can I express my sorrow?
Thank you for your sympathy.
My cousin and I were surprised to learn of the friendship between Hercules and yourself. How did you meet?
Elpis is a land sacred to Zeus, Hercules' father.
Jason has been kind enough to offer his hospitality as the Warden of Zeus when I've come to visit.
That's another thing. This Warden of Zeus. What does that title mean?
All kings of Elpis who complete the 5 trials of Zeus assume that title. In doing so, we swear to defend this land and the honor of Zeus against all threats. In some ways, it's a ceremonial title that reflects the strong attachment between Zeus and Elpis.
But what does the Warden do exactly?
One of the Warden's most important duties is to perform a number of ceremonies in honor of Zeus. For example, the Warden performs the first sacrifice of the harvest season each year. As the god of hospitality, Zeus demands that we also care for any traveler who arrives on Elpis. The Warden personally sees to the safety and well-being of those travelers.
Your hospitality is second to none. Are there other duties?
The Warden of Zeus is charged with defending the island of Elpis. We take a sacred oath to never leave this land once we pass our trials, and to be ever vigilant against any threat. In return, each Warden earns Zeus's protection. No Warden has ever fallen in battle on Elpis soil.
Fascinating. What else?
Most of a Warden's time is spent training and preparing for situations we hope never arise. When a Warden has a son, he turns to his boy's training, preparing him for the trials he is to face. That training is the basis for a lifetime of dedicated practice and devotion.
Such dedication. Is there anything else?
The Warden is responsible for ensuring that the people of Elpis receive justice. I often hear the cases of the people and offer judgment and arbitration. Another duty is to enforce the law and punish those who break it.
A truly noble calling. Is there more?
I'm sorry. I have some urgent matters to attend to. Perhaps we can speak of my duties some other time.
Oh, I see. Of course. You'd have King Lycomedes after.
There you are, Jason. It's good to see you out of that mausoleum. It isn't healthy to linger over the dead, nephew. Elpis needs its king. Captain Idas has finished his investigation. Petitions await, and we must set a date to give last rites to Alcime.
There will be no date for that.
What? Jason, I am your uncle, and I care for you. The will of the gods may be a mystery to us all, but to deny Alcime her last rites is unnatural.
Until I'm certain there's no way to bring her back, I will not do it.
Bring her back? Alcime is dead. You seek the impossible.
Our legends speak of heroes who have done wondrous things, things that would have been deemed impossible until they were done. And of those deeds, the greatest were done for love. I'm going to Delphi, Uncle. I'll find my answers there.
This is the despair of grief. You're not thinking clearly. Alcime would not approve.
Do not presume to say what she would think, Uncle. Alcime lies in the mausoleum behind me. I speak for her now, and I say she was a daughter of Ares. And if there is any way to bring her back, she would demand I find it.
I understand your ardor, Jason, but have you thought this through? Delphi is not found on any map. Find 100 charts, and each will point a different way.
I would trust Argos' charts above any other. Hercules and I will go ask him ourselves.
Very well. I know better than to argue with you when your mind is set. I will consult our records about the location of Delphi, in case Master Argos doesn't know the way.
Thank you, Uncle.
Delphi, I pray you find the answers you seek, nephew. I will go to the royal court and maintain some semblance of order there.
Ionia would not be so bold as to look westward for conquest.
So I thought.
King Jason, my family and I grieve for your loss.
I thank you.
Some of the other guests and I were discussing the reaction of Mycenae to this tragedy. Do you think Mycenae will seek revenge for the loss of their princess?
Mycenae must be told who was responsible. King Lycomedes is no friend to the Black Tongues.
You're right, of course. And yet, King Lycomedes is not known for his understanding. I'm curious, King Jason. Why was Alcime's father not present at the wedding?
He was occupied, mediating a treaty between neighboring islands. As king of Mycenae and a priest of Ares himself, his presence is enough to ensure peace between rivals.
I see. May Hera bless you.
Ionia would not be so bold as to look westward for conquest.
Zeus protect you.
And you, Photios.
I have a message from Master Argos, sir. He says your ship is nearly finished. He awaits your inspection aboard the ship itself.
Thank you. Was there anything else? You seem troubled today.
It's Thano, sir. My closest friend, and a good servant to you. He was killed in the attack. What's more, he died in my arms, and gave to me his final words, meant for his wife, Agathe. It isn't an easy message to bear, sir, and I've yet to find the resolve to do it.
Thano fell beneath my roof. I'll deliver his final words.
I don't envy you the task. What he told me as he lay dying was that he always loved Agathe, even though he was not always faithful. He hoped she would remember him as a good man, if not a perfect one, and find it in her heart to forgive him. You see, not the easiest matter to address.
It is delicate. I'll give this message to Agathe.
Such a remote place to attack.
Plunder!
These men rest.
What a view! You can see for miles here.
The sacrifices of those who died in defense of this land will never be forgotten. Be proud of your men and women, your sons and daughters, your kin. They honored their vows. may we give as much to honor our own.
King Jason.
Elpis, I didn't know you were among the injured.
Oh, it was nothing. I'm recovered, mostly. It's just my poor parents.
What do you mean?
My parents don't know what happened to me, nor do I want them to. They're old and in ill health. Why let them worry? Could you tell them I'm well? That I've just been too busy to see them?
Of course. Why burden them?
I knew you'd understand.
Rest now, Elpis. I'll speak to your parents. This is where I first met Alcime.
When you were children?
Yes. Her father, King Lycomedes, left her in the care of my father while he was at war. 10 years she lived here.
Alcime, come back! She is willful, King. You must watch her carefully.
She'll be safe here, Lycomedes.
Indeed. No one knows. Not even my advisors. Alcime!
Are you spying?
Here, Father!
I see you've met young Jason.
King Lycomedes, sir.
Jason, word of advice. I know my daughter. You're going to have to keep your wits about you.
Come, Hercules.
I've already sent word to have 2 prized bulls offered up to Zeus.
Just 2? My condolences on your loss.
Indeed.
I thank you both.
We've heard a rumor that the assassin, may he rot in Tartarus, was a black tongue.
Certainly that isn't true.
Captain Idas is finishing his investigation. We'll know more then.
The black tongues haven't been seen in a decade. King Lycomedes destroyed them.
It must be a mistake.
Gentlemen, if you'll excuse me.
Yes. Yes. Humility. Olympus must see that we are...
An odd coincidence they chose the wedding day to attack. And why kill the king's brother?
Hail, sire.
Guard Pathras. What troubles you?
Grief, my king, for your loss and for mine. My younger brother Timaeus was killed in the attack.
Timaeus was your brother? He leapt in front of me and took an assassin's arrow. He died in valor.
His ambition went beyond a noble death. Captain Idas had just promoted him to be the guard's standard bearer. And now this. How can I face my father with such news?
Timaeus died for me. It's my responsibility to tell your father.
You'd do that for me? Speak to my father, Mnason, at his farm?
Yes. But there is something you must do. Guard Pathras. See that the spear of the Yulkan standard bearer is sent to your father in honor of Timaeus' sacrifice.
Such an honor would no doubt ease his suffering. My thanks to you, King Jason.
Plenty of rumors and tall tales flying about. Do well not to listen to them.
No stone will ever capture your beauty.
Sir, I'm sorry. We were just talking idly.
It's all right.
It's just that we've heard so many rumors about what happened. I don't know what to think.
The threat is over. The danger is past. As for who is responsible and why it happened, leave that to myself.
Of course, sir. It's a comfort to hear that from our warden. What do you think it means?
Just abandon
Like I said, they're mad. But why come here? Seems such a remote place to attack.
Plunder.
Hail, Warden.
Lieutenant Platon, Idas says you fought like a lion during the attack. Well done.
6 Ionians felt the kiss of my mace. Praise Ares.
I didn't know you were a follower of Ares.
Aye, sir. Most of the guard choose Zeus as their patron. But I'm an Ares man, like my father before me. I find his blessings are best suited for this type of work.
Ares is the lord of battle and courage. But what of the patrols and regulations of a guard's life?
I'm not fond of them either, but there's more glory to be had here than on a farm. That was the choice I had, and it was an easy one to make. Besides battle and courage, Ares also rules over manliness, instinct, and virility. And those are traits that help a man in all walks of life, if you get my meaning.
And do you bring Ares' virtues to the guard?
I do. And to be honest, I think the guard would benefit if more men did as well. The followers of Ares believe that a warrior who thinks long lives short. Cowardice and shirking comes from thinking too much. No, us Ares men believe in doing, not thinking. We speak plainly and act directly. That's the Ares way.
As you were, Lieutenant Jason.
Hail, King Jason.
Lieutenant Evarias, how goes the training?
Lieutenants Myron and Platon are putting the new recruits through their paces. They're rough, but they'll learn.
Perhaps I could teach them a thing or two.
Would you? Listen up, you men. You've a rare honor today. King Jason himself is going to show you how a warrior fights. This is one of our newest recruits, King Jason. Breathe, boy. Can't have you passing out before you started.
Don't be nervous. Try your best.
That's how you do it, men. Now you understand why he's the warden. Perhaps the king will show us how to fight against multiple opponents. King Jason?
Of course.
Right. You too.
Let's make it 3.
As you say, my king. You 3. Learn from the king. I hope everyone's paying close attention. You all have a lot of work to do. Some of the men were asking about how to deal with a spearman. Perhaps you and Lieutenant Myron can demonstrate.
Lieutenant Myron, when you're ready, have some of the recruits join you.
The spear offers reach and precision. Watch the king and learn, recruits. Watch how he reacts to my spear. You honor us, King Jason.
Ida's taught me well, but it's up to all of you to train hard.
Another lesson? Against Lieutenant Platon and his mace, perhaps.
Lieutenant Platon, when you're ready, have some of the recruits join you.
The mace is a weapon of deliberate power. You men keep an eye on how King Jason contends with it. Well fought, King Jason. We can all learn much from you.
What do you say to one final lesson? My sword could use some practice.
Lieutenant Evarias, when you're ready.
The sword is quick and agile. Learn from the king and how he responds to my attacks. You're the best warrior on Elpis, and you have been for some time. This has been an honor for us all, my king.
Hail, hail! Hail, hail!
Hail, hail!
Continue your training. Remember, you fight for Iolcus, so honor her with your effort.
Hail, sir. The new recruits are raw, but they've got promise.
I heard you were the first to raise the alarm during the attack, Myron.
Yes, sir. I spotted those Ionians while patrolling the palace and made the call to arms. I just wish I could have found them earlier. Perhaps Queen Alcime would still be with us.
No, Myron. You did your duty. I'm grateful for that. You have no blame in what happened.
I thank you for saying so, sir. Work is the best remedy for tragedy, I believe. I'd best get back to helping these new recruits.
They are barbarians who worship the old gods. They don't even acknowledge Zeus.
Like I said, they're mad. But why come here?
What valor! What courage!
When it whispered, Alcime, a queen as kind. King Jason, I am Antiphon, royal poet. May Hermes guide your path in these dark times. When I have felt the sting of loss, my devotion to the messenger has always been a comfort.
How so, Antiphon?
We often see Lord Hermes as the most light-hearted of the Olympians, a trickster, a storyteller, a rogue. But he is also the spirit guide. When I have lost a loved one, it helps to remember they pass to Hermes' care.
It seems I find followers of Hermes in more professions than any other of the Olympians.
Poets and athletes, merchants and thieves, travelers and shepherds, Hermes watches over all of these. Then there are his more official duties. Messenger of the gods, lord of the four winds, guide to the spirits of the fallen, keeper of lore. And he also inspires the placing of herms, of course.
Herms? The stones that mark the boundaries of different places.
Yes, those are herms, but there are other types. Some herms simply mark the site of important or historical events. The followers of Hermes place these markers to keep a record of the deeds of men.
I imagine Hermes' virtues help you with your poems.
Without them, I could scarcely call myself a poet. Followers of Hermes place wit above all other qualities. As we like to say, strength wanes and beauty fades, but only wit grows day by day. We also value agility of mind and body. It's said the best poets and the best swordsmen all pray to Hermes for his blessings. Diverse company indeed.
I leave you to your work.
An honor, sir. But all too soon the air grew still, the breeze warm.